Hey everybody, this is Katrina, the owner of COS Marketing Agency, and today we're going to talk about Google's AI-powered searches and how that affects local lead generation in 2026. But before we get started, please remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Click that notification bell to be notified about every single video that we post related to digital marketing, Google SEO, social media, and much more. You do not want to miss out, especially if you own a small to mid-sized business. Let's get started. So Google looks very different in 2026. We're already seeing some major changes, especially where it comes to AI. So this is causing a big shift and a big change in local lead generation. So a lot of people are looking for answers faster and in different ways more than ever. So that means, getting them to where they need to go with fewer clicks, and fewer things in between, just getting them straight to the source. So, how do you do that? But first of all, what does an AI-powered search actually mean? Google is no longer just matching keywords. It's trying to understand intent and what the user actually wants. So here's what that looks like. Google is going to read your page and it's going to summarize it in its own words. It's going to predict what the user wants to do next. It's going to reward clear, helpful, and trustworthy content. And it's also going to push down and decrawl outdated and confusing information. So you don't want to do that. You want to check the copy on your website for sure. So how is this going to impact the local lead generation strategy? Well, users are often going to get answers from Google's AI summary without clicking anything to go to your website. They're just going to see it pop up in the search before they go to anything, a Google business profile, a website, anything. So businesses with strong authority will show up in summaries more often if they're properly optimized to AI. And we're going to continue to talk about, how you do that in practice, but let's talk about the concepts. And at this point, page 2 is basically invisible. Anything on page 2, it is basically invisible at this point. Lead quality is going to greatly depend on how well your content matches real search intent. Again, keyword is the intent of the search. Outdated SEO is causing businesses right now to lose visibility that they didn't even know that they had. And it's plummeting quick, right? So you got to think about this stuff. You want to have clean, fast, mobile-friendly websites, clear service pages that are differentiated between every service. You got 10 services, well, you should have a service main page and 10 separate sub pages for each, or at least the ones that you're trying to push more. And I know it seems like overcrowded and redundant. We used to do these little landing pages for everything. No, people look at that and it just comes across as old school and outdated, and it confuses the SEO. You want that all on one website, right? Every single service should have its own individual page. You also want to make sure your Google business profile is updated. You're doing social media on a regular basis. So many of you are just forgetting about social media. You're doing it 1 day, 2 days, and then you're putting it down, just kind of like a fad diet. This is not a fad diet. You got to stay consistent with your content with social media, and you got to add content to your website on a regular basis. Content is not just social media. It's also blogs and other things of this nature. Here's the good news. You don't need to be a tech expert to stay competitive. That's a good part about AI. In some ways, it's making things more complicated, but other things it's making it easier, right? So here's some of the most important steps you want to think about. Creating content clusters around your services. Build topical authority. Answer real customer questions. Talk to your customers. Ask them, what questions do they have? Look online and see what your competitors are doing. See where you could fill in the gaps to solve your prospects' problems. Show Google that you are the expert in your space. Keep that in mind. Other things that you can do involve Google Business Profile optimization. I'm gonna keep on preaching about Google Business Profile, guys. You're really missing out. You want to add new photos to your Google Business Profile almost weekly if you can. You want to make sure those services are updated, including the detailed information about all of your services and the keywords you have on there. Those additional settings that people forget or say, oh, I could skip that. I have the main things there. No, every single thing has to be filled out. And you have to post consistently on your Google Business Profile. Yes, they do have post abilities just like social media. And no, you cannot skip out on it. Do you need to post every day, every other day like social media? No, of course not, but you still want to post on there. And you want to use natural, keyword rich language, but you don't want it to come across fake or forced, just stick in a keyword. It has to sound natural. It has to be plain language that's easy to understand, and it has to be helpful. No more keyword stuffing, just trying to force in keywords that don't make sense. Google's going to know what you're doing. It needs to have a flow and a natural cadence to it. It's not easy, but I find that if you're talking out loud when you're setting this up and typing it, then it helps with it coming across as natural. Because if you're saying it out loud and it's too much to process, or it's just too long, doesn't make sense, then it's probably going to confuse your audience. And a confused prospect is no prospect at all. If they're confused, they're probably just going to click away. So my suggestion is, when you're setting this up, when you're copywriting, say it out loud, because that helps tremendously. Also, some things you guys are forgetting that you want to be on top of the rest of 2026, stay on top of those form submissions. Make sure that you know where your leads are coming from, and make sure that you're there to respond in a timely manner. Calls, text, emails, it doesn't matter what it is. DMs. A lot of people, they DM on social media now. You got to be there for your prospect, responding quickly. So what does this mean for 2026 and beyond? Well, clarity is going to be number one. It has to be clear what it is that you do, what your services provide, what the benefits are, and what is that call to action. How do they need to set up that meeting or whatever it is to potentially buy your services? Or is it a direct click to cart thing? It has to be clear what those steps are to Google, not just to your audience, but both, obviously. AI-powered searches are just getting smarter and more efficient. This is going to get more complicated and detailed over time in certain ways, less than others. So you definitely want to stay on top of it. Another thing we're doing for AI-generated searches related is SEO, right? Press releases. Press releases is another thing that we're doing to help with the AI searches. That's something. And then also directories is another good way to help you with AI searches as well. We have lots and lots of content already about press releases and how to use AI searches, and organic SEO to help you with this too. We got plenty of content to look at for that. We'll make sure that we link to that as well. And we got a whole playlist about this subject. And the topic of AI is just going to become bigger and bigger and bigger. We're going to be talking about this on the channel almost every month because you guys keep on requesting it. So thank you so much for listening to me here, and I hope this information was valuable to you. Our goal is to help as many small to mid-sized business owners as possible, especially if you're service-based. We want to hear from you. Comment below, ask any question related to AI, related marketing, Google, SEO, anything on this topic. We just ask that you stick to topic, and make sure, again, to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you can as well. It helps us out a lot. And if you want a free, 100% free marketing strategy meeting with me directly, the owner of the company, you can contact me right now at 407-334-9378, 407-334-9378, or you could book a meeting on my website at cosmarketingagency.com, cosmarketingagency.com. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.